Then he was like, yo, so when we gonna get the chance to, to kick it, like we can just hang out. Then he was like, yo, why don't we like go shopping? I mean, like I pay for it. And I was like, this just said.
You won't believe the tea I'm about to spill. 50 Cent and Netflix are teaming up to expose all of Diddy's crimes and lies, and it's about to get messy. These two rap moguls have been feuding for years, but now 50 is taking it to a whole new level by partnering with a streaming giant to air out all of Diddy's dirty laundry.
Name is O'Shea, the Nation of Podcation Daily Podcast. I'm O'Shea. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. Also, make sure you follow me on Instagram at @the_real_O'Barber and at Nation of Podcation on Instagram and TikTok. Hip-hop icon, legend, mogul, superstar, actor, philanthropist, 50 Cent gives his thoughts and reactions to P. Diddy. He also sells Netflix his documentary, the Diddy documentary, for millions of dollars and gives his reactions on that. Now, as we all know, 50 Cent has been spearheading the whole No Diddy campaign for a long, long time. He said ever since back in the day, Diddy made a pass on him, tried to take him shopping, tried to have him all in his business, take him out and stuff like that. And it was just a whole weird vibe. And ever since then, 50 Cent has been saying that P. Diddy has been suspect and he's been doing some fuddy-duddy stuff. Well, since 2023, the end of 2023, things have been coming out about P. Diddy. And 2024, this past weekend in May, they dropped this video on P. Diddy where he is snuffing Cassie, he's kicking her, he's dragging her, and things are not looking good for Sean Puffy Combs. They gave him the key to the city in New York. They're talking about taking that away. And like I said, 50 Cent has this whole Diddy, No Diddy documentary that he has sold to Netflix for millions of dollars. Well, 50 Cent goes to his Instagram and gives this reaction. He says, TMZ used this fat boy picture of me because their doc went to Tubi. LOL. It's okay, guys. We're all making good television. Mine just happens to be the best. Netflix wins the bidding war, but if the victims keep coming out, I'm going to need more episodes. 50 Cent also continues to say, okay, TMZ, put up a 2024 picture, baby. Let's work. Now, all of these are comments from 50 Cent on this whole Diddy situation. Everyone is going at Diddy's head, and then he gave this fake apology that nobody's really feeling. The only reason he apologized is because he got caught. If that video never came out, remember, he was the same guy talking about attention. I didn't do any of this. I'm innocent. All these folks are all making these allegations that everything is false, blah, 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 blah. Then to come out with your apology after the video surfaces. Nah, that was a fake ass apology. And Diddy, you need your ass whooped just like you did her. Nation, what do you think about 50 Cent's comments on selling his Diddy documentary to Netflix for millions of dollars? What do you think about this whole Diddy Cassie situation? Do you think P. Diddy is going to be able to recover? Nation, let me know in the comments section down below.
Streets are saying this is going to be the biggest celebrity expose of the year. 50 Cent is promising to reveal shocking details about Diddy's shady past that will have everyone's jaws on the floor. And with Netflix backing him up, you know it's going to be a wild ride from start to finish.
After a damning surveillance video showed Diddy abusing his ex, a documentary is closer to becoming a reality.
Now let's bring in TMC's Michael Babcock. Good morning to you, Michael.
Morning, guys. How are you?
We're doing all right. So tell us what's going on with this. We understand rapper 50 Cent has been shopping this around.
Yeah, and you know what? I think a lot of people thought that 50 was just trolling, and if anyone follows 50 on Twitter or Instagram, he's no stranger to that. He definitely, engages in trolling and makes a lot of jokes. So when he had, repeatedly taken shot after shot after shot at Diddy and then said, hey, I'm working on a documentary, I think a lot of people thought that he was just joking around. It turns out he's not. So this is actually a real project that's being made under his G-Unit movie and TV studio, and he's made a bunch of really successful projects under that banner. They were actually selling it around to different streaming, organizations, including Netflix. Netflix ultimately had the most money, placed the winning bid, and at some point here in the future, we don't know exactly when, but this is actually going to be something that airs on Netflix.
So many people may not know. I mean, the two of them have had beef for decades. 50 Cent has kept his foot on Diddy's neck for decades.
Absolutely. Like they once worked together a long time ago. They're not friends now. They don't like each other. And yeah, 50 has taken every shot, especially when Diddy has been down. Diddy really, is not in a position right now to fire back at 50 Cent. So yeah, he's taken a lot of abuse, and I don't know that anyone feels sorry for P. Diddy right now, to be honest.
No, I don't think so either, and it's certainly not going to end anytime soon.
So grab your popcorn and get ready for some serious drama. You know it's about to be a showdown for the ages. The truth will finally come to light, and it ain't going to be pretty.
Orlando Brown said Diddy's not going to jail. He said,
I can understand why he would say that.
Yeah. Can you break that down a little bit more? Why you think he said
Well,
that?
considering that the is selling his own god evidence that would put him in jail against him on the dark net to the highest bidder. Why would he sell evidence of his debauchery and savagery? Why would he sell on the dark net his tapes of all the just terrible? Wanna know why? Because he doesn't intend to stand trial.
Is he protecting people, or are people protecting him?
Oh no, he's selling it because he needs the cash. The last freak off tape that just got sold on the dark net, which I know because I monitor, went for $500 million. It had multiple stars in it. Nicki Minaj, Rihanna, Chris Brown, Justin Bieber, Drake. It was a really interesting night in Calabasas, and he just sold that footage.
How come you think it doesn't get leaked to the public?
The dark net?
Yeah, like...
Because of the dark coin. Most people don't even know that the dark coin exists. But that's how they're trading for all of the flesh they sell. Which is why I became so outraged last year when the twins turned 16 and he had them dressed like prostitutes and then he auctioned them off as NFTs because the NFT that he sold them to was attached to that dark fucking coin. It was like a promissory note to sell his daughters to the highest bidder.
You see movies like Hostel. Do places like that really exist?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Do the things that go on in places like that exist?
Absolutely.
Shit. It's funny because...
There are 3 women I know right now in my life. They've been in my life for 6 years. I've been caring for them for 3 years.
Now listen up, y'all, because the history between 50 Cent and Diddy is a wild one. These 2 rap heavyweights have been going at it for years, throwing shade and stirring up drama left and right. It all started way back in the day when 50 signed with Shady/Aftermath instead of Diddy's Bad Boy label. That decision set off a chain reaction of beef that's been simmering ever since.
I got them off of Epstein Island. I cannot say where they are in the world. What I can say is when they got into the boat, they were roughed.
Wow.
Want to know how they ended up on Epstein Island?
Yes. Please.
They auditioned to be models for music videos.
Oh, casting couch.
When they got to Miami, they had to show and turn over their ID. And they collected their passports. And then they drugged them. And then the next thing you know, they were in a storage container getting fucked by a bunch of weird strangers on camera who were bidding for all of the terrible things that were happening to them live online.
Wow.
After they made it through that, that's when they were sent to Rick Ross's music videos, shoots, as groupies and extras to make sure that they could walk around in society without looking like victims. And then after that, that's when they were shipped off to Epstein Island to be broken in. and to be readied for Dubai and Moscow. When they got into the boat, and I looked at them, they didn't have to tell me shit. And neither one of them, none of them, they didn't speak for weeks. But when you spend time with strangers and they finally feel safe enough to go to sleep and then they start talking in their sleep and you hear the shit that they yell.
Yeah, no, it's crazy because as you sit here and we talk about hostile and
These 3 girls that I'm telling you about were in videos that are being played online today. And they appeared in those videos after they had already been sodomized, systematically beaten, starved. But they were smiling in those videos, though.
Over the years, their rivalry has only gotten more intense. From diss tracks to public feuds, 50 and Diddy have been trading barbs and taking shots at each other nonstop. 50 even once claimed that Diddy was responsible for Tupac's death, a bombshell accusation that had the whole industry buzzing. But it's not just petty insults and gossip fueling this fire. There have been some serious incidents that have taken their beef to the next level. Like when 50 bought out the front row seats at one of Diddy's shows just to leave them empty, or when Diddy allegedly punched 50 at a nightclub in Miami. These two just can't seem to play nice, no matter how much time passes.
Yeah, it's crazy because, you sit here and, we got your story before where you actually said you seen what a saw does to human flesh, like having a saw. I mean, we got Terrence Gangsta in the building too as well, and he literally said he's seen the same thing, what he's seen a saw, what it does to human flesh. And I'm like, I don't know what it does to a person's mind or psyche when they see that in person.
It changes you.
Like,
it changes you. There is a place inside of me where I have the ability to either see a human body as a human being or just pieces.
Now, Jack, you said Justin Bieber, and I have to ask you because there's a picture circulating online where they show
He's
Justin.
the new Tevin Campbell.
Yeah, they show him crying.
He's the new Tevin Campbell.
You're almost giving him a gateway to speak his truth of what happened to.
I wish Tevin Campbell would speak to him or for him. Because the same thing that they did to him, they're doing to Bieber right now. And I have evidence. That poor kid. And all because he got discovered by Usher. And then Usher took him right over there to the diddler. And let the good times roll.
Let the good times roll. So let me ask you this, because you did the domino effect with Rook, and you said something in which you mentioned that you've seen the devil. You've seen him.
Yeah.
From your experiences, have you seen him enact his ways within a human being where you've seen the devil in a person come out?
Absolutely. And I've seen him in real time.
What?
When you're being raped, if you're brave enough to look into your rapist's eyes, I promise you'll see nothing. Nothing. There is no human there. It's almost like they're in a trance. You can talk to rapists and they'll tell you.
So why is 50 teaming up with Netflix now to put Diddy on blast? Well, rumor has it that he's been sitting on some explosive information for a while, just waiting for the right moment to strike. And with Netflix's massive platform and reach, 50 knows he can make a huge impact by exposing Diddy's alleged crimes to the world. Plus, let's be real, 50 loves nothing more than a good publicity stunt. By partnering with Netflix, he's not only getting the chance to take down his rival, but he's also getting a ton of attention and buzz in the process. It's a win-win situation for the G-Unit boss, and he's ready to go all in.
Even in that moment, there is a space where they lost their self. They don't even remember. It's possession of the flesh. To watch a person give up utter control of themselves and allow that energy to come in. I stared at a man raping me, choking me, and I saw nothing. And that's when I knew this isn't a person anymore. Which is why the idea of picking that knife up and slitting his fucking throat didn't bother me at all. That wasn't a person anymore. There wasn't a person in there. Mm-hmm. You want to know what's really fucked up?
Sure.
Can you imagine if every artist that's ever been goddamn violated decided to settle their own score? How many dead bodies would we be cleaning up?
So that takes me to when you speak on Aaliyah. People really was honed in when you spoke on Dame Dash, Aaliyah, and you're speaking on something where you're saying, I wish that situation would be investigated further.
No, to be investigated. Period. It was never investigated. Hype was never questioned. Lenny Kravitz made a statement, and it was never publicized. She was unconscious. She didn't choose to get on that plane. There were phone calls made. There are witnesses who signed NDAs. Why would you need to sign a non-disclosure agreement?
What exactly is 50 planning to reveal about Diddy? What kind of dirt does he have on the bad boy mogul? The streets are talking, but no one knows for sure what bombshells are about to be dropped. All we can say is buckle up and get ready for some serious fireworks. Because when 50 Cent comes for you, he doesn't hold back. And with Netflix in his corner, Diddy better watch his back because the truth is about to come out, and it might just be his downfall.
About a plane crash and what happened leading up to it. Please, someone answer that.
Do you feel like
Why the fuck would you need to sign? A nigga don't ask about a plane crash if it was accidental.
Do you feel like...
Riddle me that. Work with me here in this moment.
And I'm going to ask you.
A plane crash should be accidental.
Should be.
Why would any testimony about what happened leading up to it need to be covered under a non-disclosure agreement if there wasn't foul play?
Now, mind you, September 11th happened a week later. 9/11 happened a week later. Do you think that took away from it?
Once again, there are people who did short sales on their stocks right after that, made a lot of fucking money, including Sean Carter. Now I'm going to ask you, why would non-disclosure agreements need to be signed for an accident?
Hey.
There were over 25 non-disclosure agreements cashed out and recorded regarding the death of that beautiful girl and every other human being that died on that plane with her. What the fuck? What would you need a nigga don't ask for that? And Diddy had Hype Williams a lot of balls. Belly was a money pit.
Without question.
And Jay-Z got 10 free videos out of Williams. And Hype didn't work for free.
Ugh.
You're not going to believe the kind of dirt 50 Cent is about to uncover on Diddy. We're talking some serious allegations that could land him in hot water. Word on the street is that 50's got receipts on Diddy's involvement in drug trafficking, money laundering, and even a murder cover-up. Yeah, you heard that right. This ain't no petty beef anymore. It's getting real. Apparently, 50's been collecting evidence for years, just waiting for the perfect moment to strike. He's got witnesses ready to spill the tea on Diddy's criminal activities and some damning documents that could seal his fate. If even half of what 50's claiming is true, Diddy could be facing some serious legal consequences. Not just the law that Diddy needs to worry about. These allegations could do some major damage to his reputation and his empire. I mean, can you imagine the fallout if one of hip-hop's biggest moguls is exposed as a criminal mastermind? It would be a scandal of epic proportions, and Diddy's name would be dragged through the mud. Now, I know what you're thinking. Is 50 just blowing smoke, or does he really have the goods on Diddy? Well, he's already started releasing some snippets of the evidence, and let me tell you, it's looking pretty convincing. We're talking leaked phone conversations, shady bank records, and even some surveillance footage that seems to place Diddy at the scene of a crime. Of course, Diddy's camp is denying everything and calling it a baseless smear campaign. They're painting 50 as a bitter rival who's just trying to take Diddy down out of jealousy. But with the amount of dirt 50's promising to uncover, it's going to be hard for Diddy to just brush this off as a petty feud. The stakes are high, and the hip-hop world is watching to see how this all plays out. Will Diddy's empire crumble under the weight of these allegations? Or will he find a way to come out on top? One thing's for sure. 50 Cent is ready to go to war, and he's got Netflix in his corner to make sure the whole world is watching. But how exactly did Netflix get involved in this mess? And what kind of explosive revelations can we expect from their upcoming expose? The suspense is killing me, but you know I'll be tuning in to find out. Stay tuned, cause this story is just getting started. Stepping into the ring with this 50 Cent and Diddy drama, this is about to be a scandal of epic proportions. You know Netflix loves to stir the pot with their docuseries, and they're not afraid to tackle the most controversial topics out there. From R. Kelly to Jeffrey Epstein, Netflix has been exposing all the dirty laundry of the rich and famous. So, how did they get mixed up in this rap beef? Well, apparently 50 Cent brought the project to them, and you know they couldn't resist the juicy details. With all the evidence 50's been collecting, Netflix saw an opportunity to create an explosive expose that would have everyone talking. And let me tell you, this ain't going to be no ordinary documentary. Netflix is pulling out all the stops to make sure this is a must-watch event. They're promising never-before-seen footage, exclusive interviews with key players, and a deep dive into the criminal underworld that Diddy allegedly runs. You thought surviving R. Kelly was wild? Just wait until you see what Netflix has in store for Diddy. They're going to be revealing documents, surveillance tapes, and witness testimony that could blow the lid off his whole operation. And with 50 Cent as the mastermind behind it all, you know it's going to be a wild ride from start to finish. But Netflix ain't just doing this for the drama. They're also trying to make a statement by taking on such a high-profile case. They're showing that no one is untouchable, not even a hip-hop mogul like Diddy. And with their global reach and massive audience, Netflix has the power to really make an impact and get people talking. Diddy's already working overtime to try and shut this thing down. He's threatening lawsuits, denying everything, and trying to paint 50 as a liar and a fraud. But Netflix isn't backing down. They've got the receipts, and they're ready to spill all the tea. So get ready, cause this is about to be the biggest scandal to hit the hip-hop world in years. With Netflix and 50 Cent joining forces, Diddy better watch his back, cause the truth is coming for him, and it ain't going to be pretty. The streets are talking, and soon, the whole world will be watching. This is one expose you won't want to miss.